Today I have the pleasure of talking with Mans. Would you like to introduce yourself and your business to the community?
Yeah, hi there, everyone. My name is Mansoor Mohammed. I'm the founder and managing director of Going Golf and Sloggers. Going Golf has been going for over a year, so we're an indoor virtual golf business. We're one of the biggest in the UK. We've got golf simulators from TrackMan and Golf Zone, so that's been going great for the last year. We've had loads of interest. We've had loads of non-golfers players coming in and actually try their hands on golf and actually taking up golf, which is really good for us. And recently we've just launched Sloggers, which is similar concept to the golf, which is virtual. But yeah, that's cricket. So what we found was in the year when Going Golf was open, that there's quite a lot of people who play golf and cricket. So it just made sense for us to kind of look into that area. And now we've opened up Sloggers, which has been going for 2 weeks.
Wow, they sound amazing. Makes me want to come and have a little visit.
Yeah, definitely. It's for keen cricketers and golfers and non people who've never tried it. So cricket's been particularly good. People who've never played cricket have come down and had a great time with the golf as well. So it's not just for the keen golfers. We've got different game modes on there where people can just test their skills out, and it's open for everyone, not just for the people who play the sport.
Amazing. How did you come up with the idea?
Honestly, it was during pandemic, but with the golf, which has been open a year a bit. But the idea came back a couple of years ago. It's just before the pandemic hit. I worked for an energy company, which I won't name, for about 10, 12 years. Had the best time ever, learned quite a lot from different managers and picked up quite a good skill set. The role I did there was market insight and competitive intelligence. So looking at the market, looking at the risk and opportunity. When that time came to an end, I worked for an educational company, did a similar role, but it just came to a point where I thought, I need to do something for myself. And the timings worked quite well. I kind of wrote down what's my current interest, what do I like, what do I want to get into? And golf at that time was something I started to play. So I thought, actually, what can I do in golf? And from a customer's perspective, because I'm a fair weather golfer, so basically summertime I play there, but when winter comes I'll just put my clubs away. I thought there has to be something which kind of keeps people active during the autumn or winter. So one thing led to another. I did the research and saw like a potential gap in the market, and that's where virtual golf came in. So I looked into it. It's quite big in America. It's just kicking off in the UK. So I kind of decided, if I didn't open it up and somebody else did in stake, I'll be kicking myself for the rest of my life. So kind of took the plunge, didn't have much experience in it, but just had a passion for golf and then knew what a customer wanted. So with them two things in mind, we set up Going Golf.
Amazing. It just shows you that have a dream and follow it.
Yes, definitely. I think what I've learned is that you can always wait for the best time, but sometimes you just need to kind of take the plunge and take the leap of faith, and hopefully so far it's worked out. But yeah, I could have just waited on it for a couple of years, or it's not the right time for it. But I just decided, just with the whole pandemic, kind of put everything in perspective. I thought, let's just give it a try. If it works, happy days. It's worked. If not, at least we've tried it, and won't have any regrets about it.
Yeah, no, fabulous. And the next question is all around kind of COVID, and did you use that time to kind of put the business into action, or were you able to actually open and start during the pandemic?
It was during the pandemics, but in a way it came in as a blessing. It kind of gives a bit more time to kind of prepare things, have things in place, have the processes in place. So we weren't kind of rushing open the business, because we just opened once everything kind of opened up. So we weren't rushing around to open up the business. So it kind of helps us to kind of bed down all the processes and just iron out all the little issues which we had. So we had enough time to kind of have everything in place and set up and good to go. So in a way, the pandemic kind of helped us with the timings.
Yeah, perfect. Amazing. Okay. And what do you think's been the biggest learning since you took the plunge?
Don't be scared of anything. Just, if you've got a dream, if you want to try something, just do it. What the worst can happen, you fail, but it's not failure, it's a learning into it. So you learn something from it. So with the golf, had no experience in the industry. hardly knew anyone in it, but I just thought, I just had that conviction. I thought, there's stuff here, there's a gap in the market. And I just kind of put myself in the customer's shoes where if I was a customer, what would I want? And I've kind of used that as a basis. And with the cricket as well, not got that much experience. People think I actually like cricket, but I actually don't like cricket at all. Cricket, I just saw a gap there. I thought, you know what, it's something different. What do people do in the winter? Probably not much. And we're quite, well, for us, we're quite fortunate with golf and cricket. It's quite seasonal, and we've been quite fortunate enough that, this summer we have had good weather, but generally the British weather is, it's not that good. When I was doing my research, I had some silly stat round. There's only like 30 good days in the whole year where people play golf. So that kind of pushed me to say, actually, there will be a massive demand for it. And hopefully with the cricket as well, which we've already seen. Last week, a few people from different clubs came down because the game was called off, and they came down to, have a knock. So yes, just, don't be scared to take a risk or take that, leap.
Yeah, fabulous. And is it kind of an individual membership, or can you do corporate events? What's the setup that you've got?
It's open to everyone. That's the way we kind of wanted to have it, because there's generally stigma around golf. It's a bit exclusive. It's for, for got loads of money, but we want to be trailblazers. We've kind of said, right, we want to do the whole opposite to it. So people have asked, do you do memberships? Absolutely not. We don't believe in it. We do a really good loyalty scheme, which we've got probably over 300 loyalty customers in a way, but that's worked quite well. But we don't do membership. It's open to anyone, everyone. I suppose once you go down the membership route, it becomes a bit exclusive, and that kind of puts people off. So that's what we thought. Definitely won't go down that route. It's open to the public. We want more people take up both sports, and so far that's what we've seen. We've seen people with non-golfing abilities and they didn't feel comfortable going to a driving range or even a golf club. Thought, actually, we've come down here just to see if we like it or not. So we're quite proud of what we've done so far.
No, mate, it sounds very exciting. And if you looking back, and if you were talking to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
Go with your gut feeling. I would definitely say that. In the past, I've kind of didn't listen to me gut. I just went with what other advice I've got from friends, family. They all have, best interests for you, but end of the day, you kind of know what you want to do. So I always say, if I went back in time, I would definitely say, go with your gut feeling and, just stick to it.
Do you think you'd have listened to yourself?
Probably not. No. There's so many things like I think you always learn from your past experiences. So wherever you are today, it's because what's happened in the past. So I'll probably say just do, go with your gut feeling. Just, whatever happens for a reason, good or bad. So.
No, perfect. Okay. And then what inspires you? What kind of gets you excited and gives you that inspiration?
I would say, because I've got a passion for golf, I want the game to grow. There's so much negative stigma around golf, which kind of talked about earlier, but I think that's smart because the people who be coming in, the non-golfers, never played golf before, so we've got a lot of I won't say customers, we call them guests here. So all the guests who come here, they have become regulars and they've taken up golf. Quite a few of them have. So I think growing the game inspires me. I've got my children into golf as well, and yes, just growing the game itself and people coming here because golf is so technical sport. It's like if you work on one thing, another thing might go wrong with it. What we're finding is when people come here, they've got a facility where they can kind of improve their game. And when people leave after their session, you can see the smiles on their face. Oh, actually, that was a good session. I enjoyed it. I worked on this and this worked well. So people improving their game and also, growing the game. That's the two things which kind of inspire us.
Perfect. Okay. And then the last question is, kind of what is there any offers that the community can take advantage of, and if they wanted to come visit, what would they need to do?
Yeah, so we have got an offer for both the cricket and golf, so it's a 10% discount to the members to use. So they can either bring up, give us a call, just say where they've heard it from, and we can offer the 10%. If they book online, we can, I think the code is ActionCOACH 10 they can use, and that should apply on the payment page, and that should give them 10% discount on that. And generally booking is, there's all information on the website, so on goinggolf.co.uk and sloggers.co.uk. But yeah, you don't have to be a golfer, you don't have to be a cricketer. It's just a lot of fun, and you never know. We've had people who've just thought just go give it a try, and they're actually taking up golf. So it's open to anyone and everyone.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, that wraps up the interview. Great job.